I hope you all are doing great. So today I'm going to talk about what are the AWS core services as well as about the global infrastructure of AWS, like what are the various the things that AWS comprises of. So that's I'm going to talk about. Okay. These are the some of the AWS core services. So when I say core services means there are other services as well, like IoT is there, machine learning, robotics, etc. All those services are also available there. But basically, what are the all those these are the fundamental services like compute, storage, databases, networking, and content delivery, and security, identity, and compliance. So these five are the main core services in the AWS, and on these on the basis of these, so the other services are built upon. So yeah, so about the compute, so in the compute, so I'm just mentioning here some of the key services. This is not the complete list of the services. However, in the compute, basically we will be talking about EC2. It's what that's Elastic Compute Cloud and Lambda. These are compute services. Then under storage, we have simple storage services, which is also called as S3. Then it's Elastic Block Storage, we call it as EBS, and Elastic File Storage. So along with that, there are other services like FSx, etc. So I'm just covering, just mentioning only the few of the services that we will be talking in the upcoming sessions. So after that, the third core service is databases. So whenever our databases comes to our mind, so we can think of an Excel sheet where there are columns and rows. We can store keep our data and retrieve. The same way in the AWS, the databases offerings, it's a huge list of offering from the AWS. So it's called as relational database services, that is RDS, and under RDS there are total 6 databases that are SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL Server, PostgreSQL, Aurora, and MariaDB. And along with that, we also have a non-relational DB, which is called as DynamoDB. So I am going to talk in the detail when we will start our databases section in the coming future. Then after database, it comes networking and content delivery. So this is very important service in the AWS. So the services such as VPC, like Virtual Private Cloud, is one of the key service in the under networking section. So using VPC, we can build our own virtual network in the AWS, and we can now deploy our services, what are our application under that VPC. And again after that, it's CloudFront. So CloudFront is basically caching content. So say we are fetching some there is an say S3 bucket which has some data. So instead of going to that S3 bucket every time, there is some another location as well which called as CDN, Content Delivery Network, and that holds that data. Whenever you will need that data, say for example user X needs that data, so instead of going to source, that is source S3 bucket, it will try to fetch the data from CDN first, which CloudFront uses, and if the data is not available in the CloudFront, then only it will go to S3 and update the CDNs accordingly. So this is a short information about CloudFront. After that, it comes security, identity, and compliance. So here, identity access management, which we call as IAM in short. So IAM is basically it's user and permissions, policies, etc. Everything gets covered under IAM. So these five are the core services which we will talk about, and there will be some demos, etc. I will be covering in the upcoming sessions. And to talk about the AWS global infrastructure, so there are several entities like regions, availability zones, which also called as AZ, and edge locations, etc. So let's see what is an availability zone. So I believe many of you are aware of data centers. So when we talk about availability zone, it's nothing but a collection of 2 or 3 data centers which are close to each other. So you can say there is some particular area in the world, and there it holds 2 or 3 data centers, and that will be called as an availability zone. And after that it called as region. So region, you can say like it's a geographical area, and that region can have 2 or 3 availability zones. So main intentions or main idea of having the several regions in the AWS is, say user data is available in the region A, and for some reason like earthquake or flood, etc. So if that completely gets destroyed, even in that disastrous such situation, the data will be available on the other regions. So it happens like there will be multiple copies of user data that AWS stores. So even if disasters happen, the data will be unaffected, and we can still recover our data without any issues. Okay, and yeah, so here it's also mentioned like regions and edges plays very important role to provide the high availability, which is one of the feature of the cloud computing. Then about edge location that I was talking sometimes back. So these are nothing but endpoints in the AWS, and these are used for the caching content. So for now you can just you can imagine like edge locations are the caching contents. It holds the data for some time, and so that it's not required to look for the source every time. If we are say for example we are looking for a site like www.rediffmail.com or some other sites are there, then in that case it will first search for CloudFront or CDN edge location, then it will go for the way which is the source location. Yeah. So this is like a typical diagram or picture of a data center. So a data center is nothing but it has lots of servers, rack, databases, networking devices, etc. And yeah, so many of the servers are, you can see these are the racks, and within these racks there will be lots of servers, etc. will be held in the particular data center. So now about the availability zone that I was talking a few minutes back. So it's a collection of 2 or 3 data centers. You can see these are some of the data centers, and these 3 data center will be called as one availability zone. In region, it's a geographical location or geographical area. It may consist of 2 or more edges. So yeah, these are availability zones. Say for example availability zone A and B both goes down. These are like separated by miles of distance from each other. Even these two gets down, we have AZC, which is availability zone C, and data will be held in this. And along with that, so this is region A. Say for example even entire region goes down, so in the AWS the data will be still available on the other regions available, which are the available. So it happens like data gets copied from region to region across the world. So in all terms, like our data will be available, and whenever we need it will be readily available for us. So right now, like as of date, there are total 26 launch regions and 84 availability zones. So this is you can see the regions are called as US East, which is also called as North Virginia, then US East, US West, etc. We also have Asia Pacific, like Mumbai region as well. So these are some of the regions, and under that here you can see it's US East 1, then East 2, etc. So these are the names of these regions. Okay, and availability zones will be inside these regions. So friends, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed the quick summary of AWS core services today. So thank you.